In previous videos, we set up a full Kubernetes cluster with Rook as a storage backend, Nginx ingress for the edge, for the incoming traffic, a cert manager for the TLS, and we also tried to delete one worker node and see how it goes with the storage and the redundancy. It actually failed because it was two nodes, and two Ceph mon were installed on one worker node, and this is the one we killed, so we lost the redundancy. But actually on the previous video we saw that one master was off for whatever reason, but still the cluster was still healthy and we could access the Kubernetes API. So I wanted to make this quick video now to show and test. As usual, it will be live, no video editing, so you can see all the debugging part of the video. And so we try live to cut one node and see how the cluster reacts. So let's go back to our cluster. So here we are on our master node. So we have the kubectl command, so we can get the pods of the default namespace. And we have one Rocket Chat installed. And actually I wanted again to show you how magic it is. So let's say there is one user now, they need a new Rocket Chat. And so I will just copy the values of the first one. We will call it values 2. And so let's edit it. Oops, sorry. So yeah, it's a new user and he wants another chat. So he wants his chat on chat2.libre.sh. Basically I will just need to modify this, and then we'll use the same command, upgrade. I will use the 2 and I will call it super awesome chat. And boom, it's installed. I can get the pods, it's creating the containers, I can watch, and once they are healthy, I think on the background the certificates are being provisioned. We can actually see that with the logs on the cert manager. Yeah, apparently it's done. And so yeah, it's being created. Okay, so the MongoDB is running. Probably the Node.js process will run against the MongoDB. So now we could actually already watch the logs of the chat server. Almost. Maybe. It takes a bit of time. There's some migrations to run. Yeah, Rocket Chat is part of the good kids. With Meteor, there are nice things to do the migrations on startup. Okay, so it just failed. No problems. I guess it's just because the MongoDB was not really ready. And now, yeah, so it was ready now. The chat is being started. And so there was no rehearse for this video, it's all live. And you will see how awesome it is to get a second chat instance to replace your Slack in less than 2 minutes. Okay, boom. It's here, so let's go to chat2.libre.sh, and we have a chat, a brand new Rocket Chat instance that is not secured. I think it is, but just the Nginx didn't have time to. Let's check what's happening on the Nginx side. So yeah, the Nginx is here, so let's get the pods, get the logs. Okay, I think it's fine, but somehow, or maybe there is no redirect. Okay, let's try with HTTPS. Okay, it has failed. So let's see what's happening and why the Nginx ingress doesn't work as expected. Okay, I will go inside. Yes, like this. And I will go to etc nginx and get the nginx conf. So this is our chat 2. Yeah, it doesn't have the the SSL part for whatever reason. Contrary to the chat 1 or chat without numbers, it does have the SSL part. So there is something odd there. Yeah. Okay, no problem. So let's actually get the secrets. Ah, I know what happened, maybe. Yeah. Ah, how stupid I am. Okay, so in the values, I'm using actually the same secret name, so of course it will fail. So here, and this, and then I need to upgrade. Okay, and so now if I get the secrets, eventually it will be picked, but maybe I will just redeploy it. I think something went wrong, so let's try again. So I will helm list. So here we have our super awesome chat, and actually it was created, so let's not go all over again. And here, okay, so let's check our Nginx. Yes, here, and the configuration. Okay, the SSL is still not there. For whatever reason. Yeah. Okay, apparently it works. So chat 2, the SSL is not there, but maybe it is actually. It's here. So I was looking at the wrong place. Yeah. This is the default server. Okay, apparently it's working, but I don't know why. Yeah. I don't know why is the. But maybe actually it was reloaded. So let's try again one last time. Yeah, it's not there. Or maybe it's there actually. So this is the default server with a fake certificate. Okay. This is the chat So the 443 configuration is here. Okay. And here. Yeah, we don't have it. There is something odd. Maybe here? No. Yeah, there is something strange. I want to resolve it. So let's try on another ingress controller. So we'll try the QZGNV, and I will go to Nginx and check the conf. And here, yeah, you can see that the certificates are here. There is something odd with the other one, but well, it's running. Okay, so now we have a second chat. Yeah, it was stupid because we used the wrong secret name, so it was not just 5 minutes. But you can imagine that if we have automated tools to do that, then there will be no human errors. But now let's have some fun. And so I want to get the pods, and I want to actually kill a MongoDB. So we'll kill the super awesome chat. So I will actually describe this pod, and I can see that it is running on which node? Yeah, on the worker number 3. And now I will describe the worker number 3. And so we can see that there are various things running there. What's the IP address of this worker? This, just, I don't want to. I pointed the domain names to this IP address, the 58. I don't want to keep the node where, okay, so this is not this one. So I will not delete it this time, I will just shut it down. So this is the number 3. So I'll go to my Hetzner console, and I will kill the worker number 3. Worker number 3. On my terminal here, I will get the pods and watch what's happening. So okay, let's turn it off. Yeah, turn it off. Okay, so it's being turned off. So here our awesome chat number 2, super awesome chat, will fail. So here you don't see the login screen. It's because MongoDB is not here anymore. Meteor cannot sync the collections. Didn't pick up yet. Okay, so the workers tree is not ready anymore. So let's check the pods. Yeah, everything is happy for now. Let's try to ask. Yeah, it says that it's running. Strange. Yeah, it's on the workers tree. So Kubernetes still didn't realize that this container is dead. So this is interesting. But yeah, I guess it will realize at one point. Does it have health checks? Yeah, everything seems fine for him. There is something odd. Let's check again what was running on the worker 3. So there was this ingress controller, QNW, QW. So let's check QNW. So this one. So now we can actually edit the pod and look at all the YAML. What I want to check is if there is a health check. Yeah, there is a health check. So here it will test /health every 10 seconds and will fail after 3 times. So this should fail after 30 seconds. I guess we are way after 30 seconds now. It looks like it's not ready. It's still on the worker 3. Yeah, for sure, the worker 3 is off. Okay, it looks like it's not ready. So this is cool. But yeah, the status here is running. Why is the status here? Ah, yeah, state running. Ready, true. Liveness, readiness. Yeah, there is something odd. It should have been rescheduled. Okay, to be honest, I don't understand what's happening. So yeah, I didn't really self-heal. No, didn't really self-heal yet. Okay, so let's try to delete it. Let's try to delete it and delete also this Nginx controller. Okay, so now we have status unknown. Worker chat also. So probably it looks like I started an event and then the state was updated somehow. So let's see how it goes. Let's check actually all the pods. Okay, node lost. This is a bit scary. This is pending. This is node lost. Node lost. I'm wondering if it will self-heal. I have some doubts. So the state here is unknown, and so it is creating a new one. So this is promising. Let's take a look again. Okay, so let's take a look at the logs of this MongoDB. It's waiting to start. So let's describe it. Ah, yeah, to describe the pod. Okay, so basically it's saying that the volume mount failed because the volume is already attached by by this pod. So this is our super awesome MongoDB, the previous one that is in state unknown. So let's delete it for real. I don't know if it is possible to delete this for real. Delete it. Maybe I can force, no? Delete pods, force, yeah. Yeah, okay, let's try this. You see always if you're a bit lost, before going to your favorite search engine, try with the help. Okay. And now, how does it go? Okay, so I would also delete this unknown. Up, deleted. And this unknown also. Okay, so now it is in container creating mode, and this one is in pending. Okay, so let's describe to get a sense on what's happening. Yeah, so it does start and retry. Okay, so let's delete it again. Let's delete this one. So now it's creating a new one. Let's check what is the status. Okay, so the rook didn't really like it. The rook didn't really like it. Okay, so get pod. Yeah, I want to get all the pods. So we have not lost, pending, not lost, unknown, node lost, not lost, container creating, pending. Why is it pending, this one? I'm curious. Yeah? No? We don't know why. Ah! Yeah, okay, so this one, so this is a daemon set, and so it will try to run on every worker node. And so there is already 2 worker nodes that are healthy, so these are the 2. And this one is waiting his host node. This one on deployment, so it's not like a daemon set, so they can be scheduled everywhere. But yeah, I guess our rook is not really healthy. Okay, I don't know much about rook, so I could try to ask what's the... try to get some logs on the rook system. So let's log the rook operator. Yeah, was happy. And then the rook agent. Okay. Yeah, there is a timeout. Failed to complete. Let's try on the other agent. This one. Failed to mount. Yeah. So I guess I need one more worker to replace the previous one. So I'm a bit tempted to continue the experience to create a new worker. Okay, I will try one. So create cluster, no. Okay, I want to create. No, actually it's not create. I want to add a worker node. Add worker. So my cluster is called libre.sh staging, and I want to add just one node. Okay, let's try. I want to see if Rook would self-heal. Maybe if we had 4 nodes, because now it's kind of degraded state. We have 2 nodes out of 3, but so it should recover, and this is what I'm trying to understand. So I think this will take something like 30 seconds, maybe a bit more. Yeah, I'm a bit wondering, but yeah, we'll try this, and if it doesn't work, then we can put it online, the node that we put offline, and see if the cluster recovers. And yeah, for the next video I will check some documentation online. Maybe there is some human intervention to do, and I still don't really grasp what are all the components doing. Like, I know that the mon is for the monitor, the OSD is to take care of each disks, and like then there is the agent and the operator, but this is more the Rook side than Ceph. And then yeah, so yeah, before the next video I'll read more documentation on Ceph and Rook and see how to recover one node failing, and maybe how to set up a cluster that can survive one node dying. So our worker node is joining. Yeah, worker chat is definitely not healthy anymore. If this doesn't work, actually I'm a bit... Yeah. Yeah. So even the first chat is off. I'm wondering what happened. So so I'm curious to check. I Actually, my Rocket Chat and MongoDB for the first one are running. Okay, there is an ingress controller that is in a crash loop. And this one is running. But I think this one is the one that is necessary. So let's try to see what's happening. The liveness probe failed. Yeah, this is odd also. That Nginx, I guess it's because there is a ingress that is here, and the ingress doesn't really work. We could actually delete the ingress. So ctl get ingress, and so let's delete it. So we'll delete the ingress, the super awesome Rocket Chat, and see how Nginx would like it maybe. We can also delete this pod, then it will be recreated. When there is a crash loop, it will crash and then retry, but each time with more delays to avoid overloading the system. And so now I'm deleting by hand just to make sure it retries faster. So this one is being deleted. Okay, so it's being installed. Yeah, maybe I will force. How was it? Force the grace period. We are in the graded state right now. It's not the normal Kubernetes operation. Okay, it's creating this one. So let's describe it. Created, started, and so also our overlay network rely on this other node, and as it quit, then it's again degraded. I think it's always interesting to, when we have cluster like this, to try various degradation mode and see how the cluster reacts. It's good exercise. Yeah, it doesn't look like this Nginx will start again. No logs. Killed because the liveness probe didn't work. There is a connection refused. Okay, looks like the... Okay, actually we could SSH here. Not sure. No, I would have to SSH from my machine with my SSH key. If not, I would have to mount. Anyway, so let's take a look at the Docker containers that are running there. Okay, I think so yeah, it looks like so here are all the pods, and Yeah, maybe the Kubernetes kill is a bit too harsh. So there is a new worker joining, so we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I'm not really hopeful, to be honest. I'm not really hopeful. Yeah, so this ingress controller is failing. Yeah. Okay, let's wait. This new node. I'm actually not sure it will be rescheduled or do safe. But let's try one thing. So let's try to put this on. Maybe it will fix some states. Okay, so let's watch the bots. So what would be interesting is to see how the Ceph, the rook Ceph, will come back. Yeah, this monitor never started again. And this manager neither. But this one is running. Let's see how it solves, how it resolves. So our Nginx ingress controller is coming back. There is a crash loop back off, but this will be recycled because we want just one tiler deploy. Okay, this mod now is running, this agent is running, so the manager is terminating because we just want one. You know, there is this desired state and current state, and so the current state now was 2. Okay, pending, terminating, creating. This is the flannel, so this is the network. I guess the ingress would be a bit healthier after that. Maybe it still requires some manual intervention when a monitor is dying. But maybe there is a possibility to have a failing mode where there is no need. So how does it look like? There is one crash loop. That's fine, it's tiler. So this is to manage the Helm. This is the server side of Helm. This is in crash loop. Okay, so this OSD is created, but this will fail because obviously this one took over. I'm wondering what does it say. Yeah, describe the pod. Actually it's the worker 4. Now we have 4 workers. So that's why we have 1 more. Okay, so everything is running. This we can not look at it. This rocket chat, we don't know why it's failing. This ingress controller neither. Okay, so let's kill this ingress controller. This is actually the most important one, because this is the one the IP is pointing to. So now it's terminating. Like in a real production cluster, we would have a failover IP that we would move to another ingress controller that is healthy. But here, yeah, it's not healthy. I'm wondering what's happening to this one. Okay, let's delete it. When something is not working, usually I delete it and it helps. Yeah, not describe, delete. I will also delete our 2 MongoDB and Rocket Chat. Okay. Let's watch. So actually our 3 Nginx. No. Yeah, we have 3. There's just 1 missing. And yeah, this is the one that is important. Well, here Nginx is running, right? So the problem is just this rocket chat. So let's try to describe this rocket chat. I want to describe the pod. Yeah, the replica pool, it doesn't work, it's failed. And I guess it's the same for MongoDB and other rocket chat. Okay, so this is a failed. Okay, so it just failed. So I'll try to return the documentation and make a new video to explain how I managed to solve it. Have a nice day. Bye bye.